Josie and I are playing the 101 out game with decimals. So besides tens and ones, we could also choose to take tenths, or we could choose to take hundredths. And that could be useful. If we're up at 99, then we might want to take little bitty numbers to not go over 100. Because we have to get as close to 100 as we can without going over. So I'm going to roll the die, and the first roll is a 1. Do you want tens, ones, tenths, or hundreds, Josie?
Tens.
Tens. Okay, I will do the same. So we're both 10 out of 100. I'm going to roll the die again, and I get a 2.
I'll do tens.
We'll do 10. So 10 and 20 more makes 30. I think that's the right decision, but just to be different, I'm going to pick ones. So I have 12. Because if we always pick the same thing, that's not much of a game. I roll a 4.
I'll do ones.
You'll do ones. So 34. I'll do tens. So 40 plus 12 gives me 52. A 6. You want to pick tens and get 60 and go all the way up to 94 and trust your little decimals to keep you from going over to 100? Or does that sound too risky?
I'll just do the tens.
You'll do the tens. Okay, so you will do 94. I can't pick 6 to be tens. If I picked 60, I'd be at 112 and I'd go over. So I am behind. I'm only at 58, and you are almost done with the race. Now I roll another 4.
Ones.
1. So you're up to 98. If we were doing it only with whole numbers, like in week 1, you would be dangerously close, but you're not, because you have these little decimal numbers. You could get pennies and dimes and not go over $100. Oh, I can do 4 tens also. 40 and 58 would make me up to 98 also. I'm going to pick ones just to be different, again, because if we're the same, that's not as exciting. Now I roll a 1.
Ones.
You're almost at 100. I'm going to get tens, so I'm up to 72. Now I roll a 3. I can't pick tens. If I added 30 to my 72, I'd get 102. So I have to pick ones.
Do the brothers of the 0.01.
So you will make it 99.03. So 3 hundredths. So you have 3 pennies with your $99. Oops, that's not a race. There we go. Now I roll a 6. I can't pick tens. I will pick ones. Do you want 6 dimes or 6 pennies?
99.09.
Okay, 6 more pennies, 6 hundredths, and okay, 2. I can't add 2 as tens. If I added 20, I would go over. So I'm at 83. Do you want dimes or pennies?
I'll do pennies.
So 99, you have 9 cents, add 2 more and you have 11 cents. Last roll, a 3. So the most I can get is 86 because I can't add 30 without going over.
Uh, 10 cents.
You can get 3 dimes safely, right? If you add 30 cents instead of, oops. And there you go. Very different than when we played this without decimals. It was much easier to prevent yourself from going over 100. You remember this game?
Yes.
So same thing as before. Are Jaden, Haley, or Cody back to play with us? Okay, they are still doing something. Okay, I'll roll the die and I get a 5. Where do you want to put your 5? Get as big a number as possible.
Next to the reject box.
So there. I'm going to say a 5 is pretty big with only 1 to 6. So I'm going to be ambitious and put it in my ones column. We'll see if that turns out to be smart or not. A 1.
Next to the 5.
Oh, okay. I will say that's the smallest there is. I'm just going to reject that one. Another 5.
In the ones column.
One's called. Okay. I could go with 55. If we roll a 6, then I'm going to lose because you're going to get 65 and change. Do I want to gamble? There won't be a 6 and 3 more die rolls. Sure, I will gamble. I will. Oh, I rolled a 6. Bad choice for me.
I'll put it right there next to the 5.
So the biggest I can do is make that a 10th now. Okay, well, you have 1, but we can keep going. There's a 1. You don't need a 1. And there's a 6. This game works much better with decimals. Here is a homework challenge if you want. Not the boring kind of homework, but the fun kind that you can torture your friends and family with. This shape has a name called Diffie. I didn't invent this game, just like some of my games I've invented, but not all of them. If we start with a 5, a 3, an 11, and a 12 in the corners, then we say the rule is we're going to subtract along the lines, larger number minus smaller, and fill in all the other shapes. So 5 minus 3 is 2. 12 minus 3 is 9. 12 minus 11 is 1. 11 minus 5 is 6. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
6 minus 1 is 5. 9 minus 1 is 8. 6 minus 2 is 4. 9 minus 2 is 7. So far, so good.
Yes.
8 minus 5 is 3. 8 minus 7 is 1. 7 minus 4 is 3. 5 minus 4 is 1. Then 7 minus 4, I'm sorry, 3 minus 1 is 2. 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 So these numbers somehow made it where we got only 2's in the middle. And that's kind of weird because it's not like 5, 3, 11, and 12 seem to have anything in common. So can you find 4 numbers that make the green middle what your goal is? And if you just plug in 4 random numbers, it often is true that the middle turns into zeros. So the first challenge is just, can you find 4 other numbers that don't make zeros in the middle? And once you have practiced that a little, can you try 4 starting numbers that make something that you want? Maybe you're picking 3 for the goal, or 8, or whatever your favorite little number is. So that's a challenge if you want to try it at home. If you wanted to reflect on what we did, which game changed more when we included the decimals? Because we did both of them without decimals. So talk about that and how it happened.